Alrighty, Ruin Kukikachu to you and all my nobody's now watching out there. So, I tried to look up the thing, and I couldn't find it. Like, I didn't put out a lot of effort, I'm not gonna lie. Uh, just to see, like, what's the best option here, and I couldn't find it easily because I didn't really want to spend that much time, and then people offered me to then other things, people are like, oh, hey, I want to talk to you, and then, oh, hey, squat up, and like, so I ended up doing other things, and blah, 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 blah. As per normal, distractible me. Um, so I didn't really, I don't know. I don't know. Like, I don't know what is the best. I don't really think going to the art college is best, but that's me tainted by my concept of now. And I still don't think that the art skills are all that great. Like, that just seems like, as an artist, maybe I'm a little more informed or biased or whatever. It's like, I just don't think you should, like, I'm not saying you couldn't, like, do fun little, like a comic strip or, like, whatever. Like, it's just, that's, to go to art school when that's all I've seen of them doesn't make sense, so I don't want to do that. Go to a cheaper college just sounds rude. Don't give up on your dream sounds fucking hokey. I'm gonna say don't give up on your dream because I'm hoping they'll sort it out. Please say, just don't give up on. Oh, like it's so easy, isn't it? Ingrid, motherfucker, I will get holy water and I'll be like, I will pretend to be a young priest and an old priest, okay? Like, fuck out of here. Like, for cereal, you're a ghost. Confident you can be, like, I ain't got it, like, I don't know when Ghostbusters the movie came out. Again, I forgot to look it up. I think I mentioned it earlier, but I'm gonna guess again. I'm gonna say like 74, and it's like that doesn't make any sense. I don't think we have the technology for it. It's like 84, 88, 87, something like that. But regardless, it's just, you know, fuck out of here. Like, go away. You're. I understand your position, and in the sense that you obviously, it doesn't seem like anybody else fucking gives a fuck about you. So obviously the one person who cares leaving is a problem because you can't leave too, so that feels like all that. And my heart goes out to you in the sense that I have no idea why you aren't alive and why you're stuck here and all that. I feel like there's so much more to know, but maybe it'll never be explained and I'll never get that answer. And I gotta just accept that, and that's how life is a lot of times. But fuck you, like, it's not about you. Like, this isn't what's the best for me, it's what, or you, it's what's best for Day. Like, let Day do what Day needs to do. And also, you're kind of like a toxic, your relationship seems toxic to begin with, based on what I've seen, which is limited, admittedly. Don't give up, she says. And you're just over here just... Like, you look like my older sister that, like, was, like, all goth. And, like, I'm, like, the shy, like, like, the mousy one. And, you got in with the wrong crowd and ended up, drinking and driving one night. And then that's how you are, Like, that would be my guess. Like, we actually don't look that different. Our jaw lines are similar. Your eyes are silver-ish or whatever, like, but it's sort of like you're dead. But I mean, I know you're pale because you're a ghost, but you're probably pale to begin with. I just feel like we kind of look similar. Although you really take care of your eyebrows and I don't, obviously. Or, like, whatever. Or maybe that's a ghost thing. I don't know. But we have similar body types. I feel like if you weren't always floating, you would have a similar height. You'd be taller than me, but I just, I don't know. Did you ever think about what it's going to be like out there for her? I figured that she's strong enough to adapt and to do and be. It's like, no, honestly, I did think about it, but I really don't know enough to decide, like, how that works. Like, I don't know. I figured, again, tuck in the wings, put on a hat, bam, you look like a normal person. You will have to deal with the fact of being a cryptid if, you know, you get close to people, but to go to school and stuff, like, you could do that. As one of us freaks. Honestly, you have only been a ghost for like a year, apparently, so I think you weren't a freak until recently. She's been a freak her entire life, if you want to put it that way. I don't think freak is a bad word. I like that word. I mean, maybe you were a freak in the sense that you were like goth, but in like this little town, but you're not like a fucking Sasquatch or a Velociraptor. You look like a normal ass human being that died and became a ghost, for reasons that I don't know. Don't call her that. She's not a freak. She's magical. She's beautiful. See, that's very wholesome and sweet. Stella. Oh, how friggin' cute. I've got news for you. She'll be ridiculed out there. Again, she could low-key it. You might be right, you might not be. But the difference between you and I is, A, I'm alive, and you're not. And B, I want what's best for her, and my interests are not selfish. Yours are definitely tainted by your bias of, if she leaves, then who the fuck do you have? Because it doesn't seem like anybody likes you, and it's probably because you're Miss Negative Nancy. And maybe there's more to it than that, but she's the only one that seems to, like, actually like you. And I feel like you probably have reason to be bitter about being a ghost and shit. I get it. But that doesn't change the reality of everyone not liking it. I thought that once the highway was built, it'd be... What? All of a sudden people will just start flooding into this nothing of a town? I mean, it will definitely have more people, but... I still don't understand why the whole cryptid thing is happening here and it doesn't seem to happen other places. I mean, I don't know. Like, I don't feel like I have a good stance here. Nobody's coming here, highway or no highway. You mean me? Because I have not visited Canada, and I'd like to. It's just a little cold. I'd like to go during, like, the summer or something. It'd be cool to go. I don't... If I had to go, it's like if I was going to Canada, it's like I'm sure that I would like look up places that are cool to go. But the first thing that pops into my head is see the statue of Ryan Reynolds and just be like, see if I can give this motherfucker a high five. I don't even know what it looks like. I'm pretty sure it exists. I think he didn't want it, but they put it in his hometown somewhere. Now I'm gonna have to look that shit up. But I gave Gandhi a high five. I'd like to give Ryan Reynolds a high five. Even though, obviously, it was the statue of Gandhi, and Gandhi had, you know, passed long ago. And hopefully Ryan Reynolds will be around for a long ass time. But, the statue would be, it's like it'd be sort of funny, just to, yeah. I doubt he's just waiting for a high five. Gandhi's statue almost looks like he's waiting for a high five. Even if people did come here, do you think they're really just gonna be cool with a town full of freaks? I mean, you guys were here first, and real talk. I don't know if you have any real powers other than to mess with the lights. You said you could throw knives and shit. I've yet to see it, but I'm glad that I haven't. A Velociraptor's still a fucking Velociraptor, even if he's, like, pretty chill. And he could still, like, you know, go raptor. Same for, you know, Bigfoot. So, and while the fairy doesn't seem to have any other powers other than flying, kind of, maybe, sort of, which I have not, you know, and there's you as a ghost. I don't know what other cryptids are here, but I assume that there are more than just you fucking four, or like your families. We'll be chased out of here so fast, so friggin' fast. You won't. You can't go anywhere. That's like an empty threat. Maybe a young priest and an old priest, like I said before, but maybe? Isn't that a good reason to leave already? Like, you're kind of like arguing against your own points. You never seemed worried about it before. I guess I didn't really want to think about it. Of course you did. Because it friggin' sucks. We're stuck here, whether we like it or not. Except you just said yourself that you're not. That, like, if normal people come here, you're gonna have a problem, right? So there is no safe place if this you know, highway opens up, right? Unless, of course, people don't come. You're fighting on multiple, like, your logic doesn't hold because you're fighting against your own points. Meanwhile, you come and go as you please, like you used to. Oh wait, no, you actually still fucking do, more so than anyone else, because you're a ghost. You can go invisible or teleport or whatever at any time. Physical things are not a problem for you. You don't have to be visible, and you can still be there, and you've proved that is the case. Now, how much you can interact with stuff apart from turning off the lights and being kind of spooky, you know, but not kooky. Not altogether kooky, you know. You're definitely mysterious, but you don't Wednesday Addams, you are not. And you have the gall to tell Day that she should leave. You didn't even stop to consider how Day leaving would affect me too. No, I did. I just am not going to be selfish to the degree, like, you think that I'm going to go where she's going? You think that I really want her to go? Am I going to... I haven't even applied to a college, much less got a scholarship or whatever. I should have already done that. She's the only one among us that's done that. At this moment, I don't know what my character's plan is, you know, or if they're like, oh yeah, no, my dad's got money or something, or then why are we living in this? We were supposed to turn it over, or to, like, flip it or whatever. I don't know. It's just, maybe I can get into it. I don't know. I've not mentioned college or even applying, so probably not going to the same college. And as a result, still want to know Day, spend the year with Day, regardless of how that ends or whether anything happens or doesn't. I'm gonna get that smooch. If I can, I'm gonna get that smooch. But fuck you, bitch. Like, you're being selfish. Let her go. Maybe if you weren't such a bitch, you would have more than one fucking friend. And again, I could be wrong, and you know, maybe I feel terrible about saying these things if ever your backstory is ever revealed or I look it up, but it's just like, fuck how it affects you. Like, Should she not live her life because of you? Haven't you already kind of held her back enough? It's possible I've held her back. And I've had to deal with that and feel bad about it and blah, blah, blah. She should do what's best for her. Her dream is to go to school at Orion Technical Center or whatever. And not for art. That's a logical thing. Fuck us both. Fuck our couches. That's not for us to decide what's best for her. For your information, we had a whole thing going on before you showed up. Yeah, I tried to get into that, try to talk to, I guess, in some ways, both of you about it, but mostly her, and she was real vague about it, which is fair, because, but, I feel like, again, you're super toxic, and how solid and sturdy that was, not really sure. It seems like all the love interests all have a significant other possible person, and none of them are healthy, and that's the whole point, is so it sort of lets us as the player feel like okay with interrupting that. And the characters, they don't seem to stand up for y'all. And again, haven't seen you do a single nice thing ever. Like, you've not done a single good thing. Like, ever. Maybe you forgot, but Day was helping me solve my death. And that, I did actually forget. Yeah, now I remember you don't even know, which sucks. But, you know what? Other people could do that if you weren't such a biatch. And maybe I'll help you. Because I'm not going to go to Orion Technical College. Or maybe I'm not, or Taylor, or or Jessica, or there's a lot of people here who could, if you weren't just unpleasant, might be willing to help you figure this out. People who might be better at it. She's barely been able to friggin' spend time with us, hanging out, like being a high schooler, and not have her studies take a nosedive. Like, you want her to not be able to go anywhere so she can help you and stick around forever or whatever. It's like, is solving your... What happens when you solve your death? Do you pass on? Like, there's so many things that I don't know and can't, really work with, other than the fact that I know that I've seen you be a bitch, you're toxic to her, and you guys probably had some sort of relationship which was never actually directly confirmed by her, because she was like, it's on again, off again, blah, 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 blah. Is it on again or off again right now? Whatever. You're just unpleasant, and other people have admitted that and spoken of it. So, I don't know if solving your death will put you at rest and peace, and then you'll be free to not be here. Like, you'll just, there'll be a door, and you go through it, or you'll just dissipate in the light, or whatever. I don't know. But, and I hope you get that, whatever it is. But then you're also basically doing the same thing that she would be doing. You're moving on to wherever, this life hereafter, and abandoning her. And now she doesn't have college on her options as much as she did before. She happened to have promised she would. Well, I'm sure she made that promise a while back. And I can't speak for promises. I'm not a big fan of them. So there's that. You kind of have that there, but who's to say that you didn't manipulate her into it? Why does Dave have to figure out how you died? I mean, mostly just because she promised, but then also, like, why? Like, because she actually cares about me. She may be the only one that does. In fact, I'm not even sure you care about you. Because we have a connection. Again, not sure why or how. If she knew you prior to your death. The reality is, you've only been a ghost for like a year, it seems. So I'm assuming she knew you prior? Then how you just died doesn't seem like it's a real mystery that needs to be solved. It seems like it's a secret. Like one of those, like, I know what you did last summer sort of things, where it's like, we shall never speak of this again. And you're the victim here. Because we have history. Because it was my fault. It's my fault she died. Okay, see, the truth comes out. Could you just tell her now? And then we're moving on? I don't understand. Ha, that's the understatement of the century. Is it? You haven't been around a century, bitch. So you're fucking... I will slap your fucking plasmoid or fucking, what is it, ectoplasmic ass. Like, no, like your face, not your ass. Because that would be more like, yeah, no. Like, I wanted to like you. I'm sure it wasn't your fault. What happened? Do you want to talk about it? It's like, I'm just saying, I'm sure it wasn't your fault. Like, I'm just gonna go with that. No, I want to know what happened. What happened? I fucked up. Okay. Very, very vague. Like she'd tell you, this is between me and her. Then what's the mystery? It sounds more like you're manipulating her to thinking she fucked up and it's her fault and she got you killed, and it's not. Because if you knew, then you wouldn't need to solve the mystery. I think you've done enough damage here tonight. Bitch, I will get Dan Aykroyd and fucking Bill Murray. And I'm sorry, I don't remember the other two guys' names. I know one of them has passed away at least. Maybe the other one too. But they will fuck up your shit. Like, even Slimer will just be a hassle. Like, I've dealt with ghosts before. I am not afraid of you. Like, IRL. Fuck your couch. Seen scarier shit than you. You're just annoying. I wanted to like you. Maybe you should just leave. You know, using maybe at the beginning of the sentence doesn't make it any more of a command, demand, order. You're just manipulative as fuck. I'm just gonna go. Let's get out of here. I'm sorry, Day. Like, I'm gonna say let's get out of here. I'd rather leave with her. Say, let's get out of here. It's not like we can get away from her, but we can go to my house and just talk. Yeah, right. Like she'd go with you. Man, I need to just carry, like, would a cross work? Like, can I just smudge? Can I just, like, you know? I think you've said enough. I think you've said enough. You don't own me. You don't own her. You don't tell... Bitch, of all the people here, of all the entities in existence here, you are literally the one with the least actual power. Like, you can't do shit other than fuck with the lights. Maybe throw a knife. I don't know. I don't want to find out. But you're largely intangible. Like, you're stuck here. We could just hop in my truck, and just go outside the city limits or whatever, and bada bing, bada boom, no problem from you. Skadoosh. So, she's gonna shoot me down. It didn't work out. I didn't do it right. I'm sorry. Okay, I mean, again, I don't know the actual history between you two. I'm just saying, I think she's a liar. Sh You wouldn't know that it was your fault unless you guys had solved the mystery. I think you should go now. I just want to be like, carry around like fucking like a little spray, like, you know, like a little squirt gun with holy water, and just be like, kss, 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 like bad kitty. Fine, fine, I will. Oh yeah, I got you something. It's in your sketchbook. It's not even new. Someone wrote something on the inside. Okay, creepy, stalkery bullshit that you would know that, but yeah, someone did. I did. That's a thing that people often do. Doesn't make it not new. You leave like a little dedication or whatever the thing. Like, I forget the proper word for it, but seriously, you just. Are you following everyone all the time? Like. And then how would you not know that? It's not like I. How would you even get like a used sketchbook? You'd have to already have owned it yourself, you know? Like, it's not like you go to a place and get like a used sketchbook, right? That's not like how things work. Like, not for sketchbooks, right? As an artist, I'm like, I don't even know where I would get a used sketchbook unless it was given to me by another artist or it was one of my own. Like if you could come across it in like, like a storage unit or some shit. Oh, I went into the attic and there was a used sketchbook. It's the quote from your favorite artist. Something, it was like something billiards. I tried to look them up. I don't think they're real person. They're all just lines and shape. Live the lives you shape. Shapes and lines don't run your life. Frack. I don't remember which one it is, and I actually care enough to look it up. So I'm going to not just save, but it's been going on for a minute here anyway, and I just like yeah, I need to like end this real quick. It's been going on for a moment.